These are the video solutions for the proportion problems 1 through 6 as part of your Chapter 2 test review. The biggest thing with proportions is that we need to cross multiply. So before we start, number 1, I want us to go through and put parentheses around any binomials we see for 1 through 6. So for number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. To remind ourselves we're going to need to distribute. Number 1 doesn't need them. So let's start to cross multiply for number 1. 15 times negative 7 is negative 105. Set that equal to cross multiplying the other direction, 35 times x, which is 35x. It doesn't matter which diagonal you do first as long as you multiply diagonally, because one side, we can swap sides of the equation whenever we want. To solve for x, divide both sides by 35, and our final answer, x is equal to negative 3. Number 2, cross multiply. 2 times x is 2x. 5 times 7 minus x. We need to write the parenthesis to show distribution. So let's distribute that 5. 2x is equal to 35 minus 5x. I want to get my letters to the left, so I'm going to add 5x to both sides, giving me 7x equals 35. And then solve for x, undo the multiplication of 7 by dividing by 7. Our final answer, x is equal to 5. Number 3, cross multiply, x plus 2 in parentheses times 7. I'll put the 7 out in front to show the distributive property. And then the other direction equals 5 times x, which is 5x. Distribute the 7. Now we want to get our variables on the same side, but if I go to the left, I'll have everything on the left and nothing on the right. So I'm actually going to subtract 7x to the right side, one less step. So we get 14 is equal to negative 2x. Keep track of your signs. Undo the multiplication of negative 2 by dividing by negative 2. X is equal to negative 7. Number 4, we've got to distribute on both sides of the equal sign, but first let's cross multiply. 3 out in front of 9x minus 3, and 9 out in front of 5x plus 5. Distribute on both sides. Alright, let's get our, if I bring my letters to the left, I'm going to have a negative x, so I'm going to actually bring my letters to the right and subtract 27x from both sides. So since I brought my letters to the right, I need to bring my numbers to the left, so subtract 45 from both sides, leaving me negative 54 equals 18x. Final step, divide both sides by 18, and my solution is negative 3. Number 5, cross multiply. 3 minus y times 3, show parentheses for distribution, and the other way, negative 4 times y is just negative 4y. We don't need parentheses because it's one thing times one thing. Distribute the 3. Alright, I have numbers on the left, so I'm going to bring my letters to the right since there's no numbers on the right-hand side, so I'm going to add 3y to both sides. 9 is equal to negative 1y. Again, we didn't solve unless our variable is positive 1 as the coefficients. We need just a positive 1y. Divide both sides by negative 1, and our solution is negative 9. Alright, final proportion problem. 5 times x plus 1, use parentheses to show distribution, and 4 times 2x minus 3, same thing. Distribute on both sides. Let's get our letters to the left by subtracting 8x, and our numbers to the right by subtracting 5. We get negative 3x is equal to negative 17. Divide both sides by negative 3. Now we get a fraction that can't be reduced, but we can cancel the negatives. And if you wanted to say 5.7, that's okay. But again, this most likely will be on the non-calculator section of your test. That's it for this video.